I'm very excited to announce that Meghan and myself had a baby boy early this morning, a very healthy boy.
Prince Harry's been the epitome of proud papa since the day he announced Archie's birth last May.
This little thing is absolutely to die for, so I'm just over the moon.
When he and wife Meghan Markle introduced us to their son,
it's magic.
It was an overjoyed Harry who gave us our first peek.
He has the sweetest temperament. He's really calm and...
I don't know where he gets that from.
Well, based on the sounds of it, Archie got his temperament from Papa Harry, who was cool as a cucumber when asked how he was adjusting to parenthood.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, parenting is amazing. It's only been, what, 2.5 days, 3 days?
Yeah.
But we're just so thrilled to have our own little bundle of joy and to be able to spend some precious times with him as he slowly starts to grow up.
The next day, Harry accepted gifts for his mini-me while launching the Invictus Games in The Hague, Netherlands. He even attempted to try one of the presents on. But let's be honest, Harry's custom I Am Daddy pullover was a much better fit. The gifts kept coming when the new parents met with the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees ahead of their first game in London last June.
We want to congratulate you on the birth of your child and also present you with what we thought was a pretty cool gift. It's for Archie. At 19.
According to Harry, the Yanks swept more than the 2-game series.
You've beaten next door's present, by the way. He's on 3.
In July, the first time Dad honored his late mom while speaking at the National Youth Mentoring Summit created in her honor.
My mother, Princess Diana, was a role model to so many, without realizing the impact she would have on so many lives.
He also snuck in a few sweet words about setting a positive example for his young son.
I'm struck by a few things today, most of which is the power of the invisible role model. You inspire them to be kinder, better, greater, more successful, and more impactful. Perhaps it's the newfound clarity I have as a father, knowing that my son will always be watching what I do, mimicking my behavior, one day maybe even following in my footsteps.
But Harry's cute dad vibes were off the charts during the Sussexes' trip to Africa.
I wanted to ensure that our first visit as a family, with my wife by my side, focused on the significant challenges facing millions of South Africans, while acknowledging the hope that we feel so strongly here.
When he wasn't busy giving Archie shout-outs,
As I raise my own son, I want to make sure that what I've learned here, the value of the natural world, the value of community and friendship, is something that I can pass on to him. I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect.
Oh, happy day.
the proud papa was introducing his then 4-month-old son to prominent figures like Nobel Peace Prize winner Archbishop Desmond Tutu.
You know me, it's the opposite. The responsibility that we all have to try and make their lives better, however we can.
Every reference Harry made to his son totally tugged at our heartstrings.
It's about redefining masculinity. It's about creating your own footprints for your children to follow in, so that you can make a positive change for the future.
And just when you thought Harry couldn't get any sweeter,
It has been over a decade since I first came to these awards, and every year they never failed to surprise and inspire me. Yet this year it resonates in a different way because now I'm a father.
our favorite Ginger brought us all to tears with his speech at the Well Child Awards last October.
Last year when my wife and I attended, we knew we were expecting our first child. No one else did at the time, but we did. And I remember... Sorry.
And I remember squeezing Meghan's hand so tight during the awards. And both of us were thinking what it would be like to be parents one day, and more so what it would be like to do everything we could to protect and help our child should they be born with immediate challenges or become unwell over time.
Cue the tissues.
Now, as parents, being here and speaking to all of you pulls at my heartstrings in a way I could never have understood until I had a child of my own.
Speaking to fellow parents really seems to bring out the softer side of Harry.
I can't even begin to imagine how hard it is for you guys. You're having one kid at 11 months old. So much respect to every single one of you.
That's the Duke opening up about the struggles of parenting while video chatting with families helped by the Well Child organization. Harry also dished on how he's been passing the time during quarantine amid the global coronavirus pandemic.
There's a hell of a lot of positives that are happening at the same time, and being able to have family time. You've got to celebrate those moments where you just are on the floor rolling around in hysterics because of something that's happened, and then there's inevitably half an hour later, maybe a day later, there's going to be something that you have to deal with, and there's no way that you can run away from it.
And here's another milestone Harry opened up about back in January.
It has also been a privilege to feel your excitement for our son Archie, who saw snow for the first time the other day and thought it was bloody brilliant.
But nothing beats this sweet father-son moment the Sussexes shared on Instagram at New Year's, or the video they posted in honor of Archie's first birthday.
Let's turn the page. What's next? The end.
Yay! The end! Woo!
Good job.
Bravo! Bravo!
Yay! Duck rabbit.
We stan this adorable family. Happy Father's Day to Harry and all the dads out there.
And that's what really matters to us.